What is up, Bean Apple Nation? Welcome back. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Back to talk some football. A little less exciting this week. The draft is over. All that build-up is done with. The recap is over. But we still got some stuff to talk about because, thankfully, sports always provides something. So, big things today. We got Tim Tebow coming back to football. We're going to dissect that a little bit, talk about what that means for the Jaguars. Hopefully, Travis, hopefully you're already watching because I cannot wait to hear what you have to say about him coming to your team. And then we're going to talk some NFL news, notes, anything going on in the league. There's a couple little fun tidbits of information we're going to talk about. And the Jets rookie minicamp successfully wrapped up yesterday. Kind of talk about that a little bit, what's going on with the Jets, of course. But before we get into all that, please, each and every week, come back and join us. Hit that subscribe button if you're just checking us out for the first time. I promise it only gets better from here. So please hit that subscribe button, set that bell, hit the like, and join us every single week. So, guys, what's going on?
Not too much. Had a good weekend, Mother's Day, and took my wife and my mother-in-law for dinner. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I know there's probably a lot of mothers that watch this show, but they may be males.
Thousands. We have thousands of female viewers every week. Yep. So
there's some male mothers out there too. So
naturally, yeah. Sure. So,
well,
hey, I'd do it if I could.
But
I want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Yeah. All right. So let's dive into it. Tim Tebow has reemerged into the NFL. I don't know how. I don't know why, but he's back in Jacksonville, back down to Florida. Urban Meyer's just trying to put together like a college all-star team of like legendary greats is what I'm thinking at this point because I don't understand it at all.
Right. Is it a marketing ploy? Is that what this is about? Is it to try and get... You think so?
Do you need a marketing ploy after Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. I mean, Jacksonville...
Trevor Lawrence isn't enough?
I don't think so, man. And to be quite honest, like our friend Mitch was commenting on Joe's share earlier for the show, and he said it's for jersey sales. It's for stuff like that. I agree. I mean, it's for that. It's for tickets. I think it's for a little bit of everything. I mean, Tebow's 33 years old. He hasn't played football in how many years? And you're telling me it's because he's going to be a tight end in the NFL when he's never played tight end? No, it's to put it's to put his face on the guides. It's to put his face on the Jags memorabilia stuff with Trevor Lawrence and stuff like that. I mean, to be a player right now, I mean that makes no sense. Zero sense.
Why isn't Trevor Lawrence the face? Why now this confusion where you just drafted the number 1 draft pick? Why isn't he the guy on the front of the program, on the front of the stadium, all over the place? No, now you're going to bring in this other guy and maybe kind of battle for position, and maybe he's going to be a backup to him. And does it play with Lawrence's head that why are we bringing this guy in? Is in case I fail? Is that what this guy's here for?
Because everybody loves Tebow. He's not a bad guy at all. That's the thing. He's hard to hate, minus the fact that he's good looking and rich and everything else. But I mean, still nobody hates the guy. So why not bring him back? Because he's from Florida. So okay, now we got to fill the stadium up. I mean, how many people go to Jacksonville games? I'm surprised they're not going to bring back like Mark Brunell too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Honestly,
Jimmy Smith,
Fred Taylor,
Keenan McCardle.
Yeah, I mean, why not bring them guys back too? But I mean, it has to be a marketing ploy. It has to be.
Of course. I mean so
it makes no sense.
Is Tebow the best tight end out there for them to pick from right now? No,
he's not even a tight end.
I know. I mean,
that's just what I don't get.
It makes no sense that they bring this guy in as a tight end. I'm assuming backup. I can't imagine he's the starting tight end, but Come on. Oh, here we go. Maybe Travis is
Hey, it's
something.
Travis.
I
What's
I
up,
don't get
man?
it. I mean, I would have Trevor Lawrence front and center with no confusion, no doubt in his mind. You don't bring in.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
So I mean, Tebow. I mean, when Tebow was brought to the Jets in that horrific trade, it destroyed the team. Like that was like right there with the end of Mark Sanchez, and then you got Tebow right behind him with all those distractions. Wherever he goes, a circus follows. It just
Right.
it doesn't make sense. The move doesn't make sense. You've got a young quarterback in there, and now you're going to drive media attention like mad. Even more than, I mean, because that's the big thing with New York is, and Jim, you know, I mean, the New York media is they're vultures. They smell a drop of blood and they're just circling like
All over you.
That's you have the luxury in Jacksonville of like what, 2 newspapers and a television station to cover Trevor Lawrence, and now you're going to bring Tebow in and look at the news. I mean, like you said, he hasn't played football since what, 2014, something like that, and we're talking about it. We're talking about it. It's irrelevant. He's probably not even going to make the team, but we're talking about it.
He's going to make the team. Urban Meyer's the coach.
Well,
100%. He's going to be on that team.
okay,
So,
maybe he shouldn't make the team, but yeah,
much
but you
better,
know what I mean.
Much better, yes. So Joe, kind of to piggyback. God, I haven't said that in a long time. God, I hated that shit. Jim, that's a military term that when someone's talking and then they say, "Hold on, let me piggyback on what somebody just said," and then says the same exact thing. But I'm not going to say that.
Send Trevor a link because he wants on. He wants on. Get him in.
Bring it
While
on.
John's talking. While John's talking, get him in.
All right.
I think what it is to take the heat off Trevor Lawrence.
Really? Not to distract him.
Somebody, there you go, Alex. Exactly. Piggyback, please don't. I had to say it. No, so maybe it's to kind of not so every camera's pointed in Trevor Lawrence's face, even though he's had it since he was 15, 16 years old. I don't know.
Right.
To me, it's a media ploy. I'll tell you what, Urban Meyer, I thought that was going to be like a smart hire. And then they went with that one coach who had a checkered past and got rid of him. I mean,
well, doesn't Urban Meyer have a little bit of a checkered past too?
Absolutely, he does. I'm not a fan of his running back pick at all. I know he's a good running back, but they had a running back, and that's the need you want to fill. I maybe so, Alex. A mentor. I was going to say mentor as well. I mean, again, Tebow's a great person, unless in a couple of years something comes out, super dark about him. But I don't see that either. So
yeah. But Trevor Lawrence isn't the type of person that needs that. It's not like Trevor Lawrence comes from like the projects and he's surrounded by questionable people in his life. And Tim Tebow could come in there and be like, look, this is what you need. Like the kid's been anointed the golden child.
Look at Todd Marinovich back in the early 90s coming out of USC. I mean, he was created to be a football player. Have you ever seen that story about him? How his father fed him and what he ate, and it was just insane. So things can happen, you know what I mean? And I'm sorry, you go into a team that just came off, a 1-win season, with a very, I won't say tough football town, but it's a football town that unless you're winning, no one's paying attention.
Right.
And I don't see how somebody like Trevor Lawrence could get used to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jamarcus Russell. But Matty threw a 70-yard pass on one knee because that happens a lot in the NFL. That's what you should be gauged on.
All right, let's bring. I don't know if Travis has video, but he should have audio. So, if anything, our first radio guest.
Nice.
Welcome to the show, Travis. What's going on, bud? Can you hear us?
Nod yes. Nod once for yes, twice for no.
Speak right into the mic whenever you're ready there.
Don't be shy.
All right. Try it again. All right. Well, anyway, so we'll continue on. See if he can get his stuff going. But yeah, I don't know. I don't understand the move. I feel like, and to piggyback on what John had to say.
I love it.
The Urban Meyer thing is, I think it's going to be an absolute disaster. I really do. I mean, I don't know why they're making him out like he's going to be this savior in Jacksonville, but look at the history of college coaches coming to the NFL. It's not good. It really isn't. But all of a sudden, like, he's going to be the one that changes things. They said the same thing about Chip Kelly when he came up to the Eagles, that he was going to turn the whole Eagles franchise around. He drove that thing right into the tank. I mean,
he turned it right around.
Yeah, straight down. So it's like, Pete Carroll failed his first time through, had to go back, oh my God, who else? I mean, what's his nuts down in Alabama?
Saban.
Nick Saban couldn't coach Miami to save his life.
No.
Now he's the greatest college quarterback of all time, or coach of all time. Mm-hmm. So
I think Travis is ready too.
He's not in here right now.
Okay.
So
he just said ready.
Yeah. He just popped back in. There he is. All right. Hey, there we go.
Sorry about that, fellas.
All right, man.
Let me calm down. All right. So
no, don't calm down.
No, don't calm down.
I want the emotions.
All right. First off, this is the most trash signing I've ever I can't even put into words. The reason is he lived literally 2 doors down from Urban.
Oh, really?
Yes, he lives 2 doors down from him, and he's, I guess, been, I ain't gonna say hounding, but pretty much approaching. And I guess maybe he feels like Urban feel like he owes him something. Give him a shot, for what he did for the University of Florida, which I don't see it that way, because if you look at the University of Florida roster, Tebow was carried, but let's I go there. I'm not gonna digress. But anyway, so for one, John, he does not make the squad. We can bet on that. Step them out. That's not gonna happen.
I'll bet
really
you
think
$1.
Okay, whatever you want to.
That's how unsure of this bet I feel. Normally, I'm throwing out at least $100. I'm betting you a crisp, clean, new dollar bill. You guys heard it here.
Yeah. Like I said, I think the reason is more for so it feels like, and like you said, it is a publicity stunt. But why? Both of you guys said it. You have the number 1 overall pick, who's been groomed for this. He's prepared for it, and he even said Urban told Trevor he wanted him to worry about football and not the publicity stuff, as far as contracts and billboards. It was from the Jaguars.com video where he said it. So I'm hoping that's what this is. But as far as everything else, like backup quarterback, he has a less than 50% completion percentage over his career. There's no reason. However, they see Luton or Minshew start the next 3 years, rather than see Tebow take one snap. He's less athletic than Lawrence. There is no reason. And as far as it's disrespectful to the tight ends. I don't know if y'all saw that Skip Bayless tape on it the other day, but it's very disrespectful to guys that have been owning their craft. And you got young guys that they got 3 tight ends the last 3 years. They drafted 1 this year, 1 last year, and the year before that they took a tight end. So you got 3 guys on the roster right now. They'll probably lose a roster spot, or who did they cut? You just cut 90.
I know.
Who did you cut to get to 90 to add Tebow? I'm so ready for them to announce it so I can see who it is, because it better be somebody that's injured. So it is, I don't know, man, but I'm very frustrated. I'm sorry, I don't want to steal your show, but it's just
this is the show.
Crazy to me. This was so crazy to me, and I just don't see the logic that Trent even let this go on. When Tony Khan said on his little podcast the other day, or on one of the podcasts he was on, when he made that statement, I said, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna sign." And I think I don't understand. And you saw my post. Did you see my post, John? I guarantee we're on Hard Knocks this year.
Right, exactly.
Because of Trevor and Urban, but
it's ratings. There you go.
It's a wrap. We're getting Hard Knocks is guaranteed now.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you, bro. So how is Jacksonville doing as far as ticket sales? Have you been following that? Are they selling like crazy tickets yet?
When we went 1-15, before we even drafted Trevor Lawrence, then I think they said it was 58% increase in season ticket sales.
Okay.
at that point last year, and then they said like up to 78% the next higher. So there's so much stuff like, and that's what I'm saying. That's before even when Urban signed on, the ticket sales increased. So they're not hurting. And I wanted to, I was cussing you out when you said that because I'm so tired of the media propaganda. My dad goes to every home game, and I will send you pictures of the crowd where people would be like, "Oh, the Jacksonville fans didn't show up." That's media. It's like media propaganda. He would show me pictures. He would go live and show me videos, and the stands are, I want to say full, but they're like 85, 90%. But they would show the video feed from pregame warmups and stuff like that. That's why they never showed
Okay.
any people on the field. So I don't know what their agenda was, and even Shad said it. They've always done well with selling tickets. So
Really?
I don't know.
Okay.
So did they black out the games on the TV there?
No, that's what I'm
So
telling
they
you.
show it? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were doing it to say, we're not going to show it because we only sold half the tickets or something.
When we were losing bad, they did cover with tarps. Some of the upper rows. So that was maybe, 3,000 seats. But they still were, it wasn't like they made it seem to be like people were, it was 3,000 people at the game or maybe 30,000 in an 80,000 seat venue.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they always show you, right? That's what I was going off of, because every time they showed it, and then of course when they show highlights, they normally don't show the stands. You know what I mean? You may catch like the front, the first couple rows all around, and of course they're going to be filled everywhere. You know what I mean? But I mean, Jacksonville has a pretty big stadium too, don't they?
It does, and it's funny. My dad told me it was 3 guys that came up from. They were New England fans when the Pats went down there probably 2-3 years ago. And the guy was like, "This is a nice stadium," and they said he had a good conversation with him. He was like, "It's a nice stadium," and he said it's a lot of fans here. But he was just like, "It's crazy how I thought it was going to be such a dump and everything else because the way everything's portrayed." And he said Jacksonville was better than he thought it would be, and then they thought it would be. So it is crime. Now, don't get it. It's bad, but it's not anywhere near the stadium.
Right.
So,
right.
So
it's a big city, so of course, you know.
So Travis, right before you came back in, we're talking about Urban Meyer as a coach, and everybody's kind of anointing him as the savior there in Jacksonville. He's coming in to take care of everything and fix everything and right this ship with everybody. What do you think? I mean, we've seen so many college coaches come in, especially big name college coaches, come in and fail miserably. And he like John said, he brought in that coach from was it Iowa?
Iowa, yep.
That he had to instantly fire 2 days later. Now he's bringing Tebow in. A lot of distractions going on already before things even start. And with the history of college coaches transitioning to the NFL, how confident are you that he is actually going to be able to right this thing and not drive it further into the ground? I mean, I know you got a great quarterback and a great running back there now, but the coach, I mean, trust me, from an Adam Gase perspective, coach makes a big difference. I'll tell you that much.
I agree, but I think I love what he did. First off, I'm gonna start off from a purpose that John already knows. I did not want Urban Meyer. Anybody that's on my Facebook fan list knew I was like, when they mentioned him, I'm like, no, because when things got rough, he would pull his Urban Meyer, pull up hamstring and limp out the race somehow.
My heart hurts.
Yeah, or something like that. But I love what he's brought in around him with Charlie Strong and Bevel and everybody else. I'm not told on Balky, but the coaching staff, I wish he would have kept Keenan McCardle, but I think the coaching staff is going to be good for what he kept around him. Cullen, the D coordinator, is one of the most underrated. I mean, he's respected around the whole league. He was a D-line coach out of Baltimore for the last so many years. And he was there with Jack Del Rio, I believe it was, many years ago in Jacksonville, the D-line coach. Everybody loves him. I think it's going to be a great thing if Urban does Urban, which means he lets him he oversees, but lets the coaches coach. And that's what he said. I'm an oversee type. I'm the devil in the detail, but I'm going to expect the coaches to do their job. And I think that's what we've been missing, actually, because I think Marrone micromanaged or was too loose a little bit. And of course, Gus Caldwell was just like he was too buddy. I think Urban is that firm, but I guess approachable guy You know what I mean? So I think he will mesh well with the veterans and everything else. And he's not a Tom Coughlin tyrant, but he's disciplined and what's the word I want to? It's not excessive, but obsessive about it. About the details. So I think that could be a good thing because that devil is in the details, and I think that's what Jacksonville was disciplined on the football field, and they didn't seem prepared sometimes. And it's like, how were you not prepared as a professional athlete?
Yeah,
with your coaches. So I think that won't happen under Urban. So thanks for having me, fellas. I appreciate it. I just didn't want to type all that, but I really think Tebow won't be there.
Gee, why not? Why not?
Yeah, Tebow won't be there. Jersey sales, I don't know. And one last point. My dad and I were saying it's going to be an issue if ticket sales do spike because of Tim Tebow. Because if he doesn't make the 53, then people will feel like he got bamboozled. So that would be the one thing which I don't think they need to set. There's enough going on to be excited about. Tim Tebow was but he's a hometown hero. He's Jacksonville's darling. So I guess they wanted
to make him the quarterback coach or something. Put to make him a tight end and he's going to beat out your other tight ends maybe for a spot. That's unbelievable.
I can't even fathom him winning a spot. I don't see how. Like,
he's 32, 33. I mean, the guy hasn't. That's what I mean. He hasn't taken a hit in forever. I mean, he's kind of old. I don't know. I mean,
but he's not athletic. He's not. Everybody says like a Gronk. If you go look at watching film, he's like a Frankenstein. He moves slow. Exactly. People compare him to Gronk, but Gronk is even faster. Yeah. Tim Tebow's not fast. He's not. I don't know if he can catch, but I just can't see it. And let alone blocking. People say he can block because he's going to be dedicated. And well, if that was the case, why am I not in the field? I'm the most passionate person ever, and I'm dedicated.
Right.
In the NFL, if that's all it took was passion and try hard.
Yeah.
Why don't you go walk on and see if you can get one of the positions?
Hey, you know what? At this point, I'm about to call up Urban and everybody. Trent, be like, yo, I'm 40 years old.
I'm here.
Just throw on some Gator gear, man, and walk around his house.
Oh, well, I can't do that.
I know you can.
I'll block till I break.
Hey, thanks for having me, fellas. I'm gonna continue watching. I just log off. So, man, thanks for having me.
All right,
thanks for coming on.
All right. Yeah. So we got a couple comments in here we could talk about. And I don't know if John B is still in here. I'm kind of curious as to what his comment is.
Deshaun Watson's legal teammate
in relation
Alan
to
Dershowitz.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is going on? Actually, that's been pretty quiet.
I haven't heard anything.
Stuff has really kind of fallen off up here anyway. Maybe in Texas they're talking about it, but I haven't seen it in the news the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, I haven't heard a word on
in
anything with him.
I mean,
and what's weird is he's still an active player, which I find very hard to believe. They still have not suspended him until this thing is cleared up. It's just weird.
I'm kind of glad they haven't, because
it's not guilty of anything,
right? How many times does?
But look how they overreact to everything else.
Yes, but as a society, we always overreact. We see a 5-second clip and we hear a story and nothing about, and then everybody makes judgment, and then now it's cut in stone. Who knows? Maybe the NFL knows something that they're not letting out either. I mean, it's not like they're not going to do their due diligence. They're not going to have somebody play in the league if that truly happened. And, I've had talks with people, and I kind of agree with one person I was talking to that he's going to be playing week 1. It just seems very convenient for a lot of us to go, blow up one day and it lasts for a couple weeks, and now there's nothing.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Now there's nothing. No police, no arrests, no nothing. I mean, if this was true, it'd be a huge story. It would just be.
Is this one of those things that he thinks going to just fade away into the just?
I don't think it will fade away, but I think it's going to come to light that he just made probably some poor decisions that maybe he wanted to have fun in 25 different places with 25 different women, and hey, you know what? He likes women, so be it. Good for him. It doesn't mean he's a bad person. It's just he's a celebrity. So of course it's going to get blown out. If that was one of us three, we'd be on the back page of like some bullshit internet newspaper. Somebody scrolls by and have been like, "Wow, look at that guy." You know what I mean? Good for him. You know what
John,
I mean?
let's be honest. Nobody would give a shit if it was one of us.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It's
Hey, isn't
like,
that guy
oh,
from the Bean Apple Show?
Right.
And if it comes to light that he did do something wrong, then I'm all for it. I mean, I don't care who it is. If you do something wrong, especially like that, you should pay the price. I mean, as quiet as it's been, and I mean, that comment wasn't mine up there. That's why I threw something up there. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't hacked or anything. Sorry, John. I just was doing my due diligence as well, because John B comes up as on Facebook. So just wanted to make sure. But if you want to,
right there down in the bottom of your corner as well.
Exactly. Yes.
So
I put John B on, and I'm like, so I didn't write that, but that's why I put Tebow Mania, just to get Travis going a little bit. But
we'll see what comes of it, I guess.
Yeah.
But it has been quiet. It has been
very quiet.
Nobody else has come out.
No. I mean, now it's all stopped. Why? Because they're asking for proof, maybe? I don't know. And again, it's a lot of people, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope the truth comes out, regardless of what it is. Hopefully the truth comes out and people can get on with their lives. But back to Tebow Mania, though. I think it's a ploy. I still think it's a social stunt. I didn't realize that he lived 2 doors down. That's a pretty interesting topic there. And what could Urban Meyer possibly owe him? I mean, him going to Florida, blew Tebow's name up. And I think Tebow was a very good college quarterback. Again, I don't think he was a good passer. I mean, and they tailored that offense around him. They had a good offensive line. He always had weapons. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Is he that athletic to play tight end? I don't think so, man. I mean, how much running has he done the last 7 years? You know, true
just around the
football running.
bases.
Yeah, but he didn't even do that a lot, you know. So he was hitting a buck 50 down there. So, I don't know.
This is a last gasp effort. I think that's probably going to fail miserably, but it's one of those things. I just don't understand it. I feel like it's a wasted gesture. You're bringing undue and unneeded media attention to a team that's young, that's trying to rebuild, that's that you've got the next anointed one coming up, the next, John Elway, Peyton Manning-esque person, and now you've got to throw this in the mix. It's just stupid. Like, it's just whatever.
Why not sign him as like some special, you know how they make up those weird positions?
Yeah, like special assistant to the
assistant to the assistant coach.
President.
Yeah, and then just turn him as a mentor to the whole team, or somebody to a motivational speaker, because that's what he is. I mean, if you listen to him, I mean, he's actually kind of neat to listen to. He has a very unique way to put things into perspective. And again, I've never heard anything bad about him, except I did hear somebody wrote in that, he did get in some trouble down in the University of Florida. But again, I mean, the guy's in college. Of course, you're Tim Tebow, and you have a target on your back. Everyone's going to take a picture of you doing something wrong. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, if we could we talk about like an actual good and a potential quarterback in Zach Wilson and that mini camp? I know you said you saw some of it.
Yes, I did. So
what do you think? I mean, you got to be a little excited. You got to be a little bit, right?
Hold on.
I remember what John said draft night about another young quarterback. Something.
I know.
So as I'm watching this video of the Jets minicamp, I see this 2-minute blurb of him being lauded and revered as, wow, look at those passes. So as I'm watching it, I have to chuckle because A, this rush, B, the wide receivers are wide open. So he can hit a wide open receiver with no pass rush and no defense on the field. That's great. Tell me how that's a great minicamp. I mean, they're showing these videos talking about him. And, did he have a crisp throw? Of course he did. He has a great arm. but is he going to make those same things? Let's calm down, Jets Nation. Let's just calm down.
I think it's more learning the playbook and being on the same page with his young receivers there. But
yeah, but the receiver ran straight. I mean, it's not really a play.
That was the play. That was the
exactly, with no defense. No, but I mean, I will say he did throw the ball pretty good. I mean, it looked okay. Again, I think, kind of like Jim talking about bringing in Mullins earlier before we came on. I mean, you need to bring in someone because, my God, he's going to fail if there's nobody there to help him. He just will fail.
And what we were talking about before is he's talking about he's not expected to be handed the job. But
Of
Jim,
course.
like you said,
yeah,
who's taking it from him right now?
Right, he's like, I have to earn it. I'm not expecting a handout. I got to earn it. I got to fight for it. Fight who? This is who Bobby Hoyer they're talking to, maybe bringing in, or
please take Brian Hoyer. Please,
I mean Brian, not Bobby.
We'll
Hoyer.
give you Stidham too.
Bobby's brother, Brian.
Yeah, I mean they've got to bring in
Mullins.
something.
I think they bring Mullins. He's got ties to the head coach.
Yeah.
Why not bring him in?
It would
right?
be,
and I would even
move.
have Mullins start. I would have Mullins. I'd sign him and have him start week 1 and let him play a couple of games. And then if there's a blowout or whatever, you want to give the kid a couple of snaps in the fourth quarter or something. Get him in there, and start him off slow instead of just throwing him to the wolves. But can have Mac. Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with that too. Just I haven't seen him play yet. Like I said, Alex, I am embracing the Matt Jones pick. I am.
Man.
I mean, I have to. I have nothing else. I have to embrace it.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Did you see the AJ Brown when Elijah Moore got drafted by the Jets and AJ Brown, the Titans receiver, was there like in tears saying like he's going to be the best wide receiver in football? Like that got me a little excited. It just like, man, this guy's that's 1,000-yard receiver in Tennessee saying this kid's going to be the best wide receiver in football. Like, and emotional about it. It's not just like one of these, man, you got this type of things, but I mean, breaking down in tears, like you are going to be the best. Like, man, he's quick. Like if you saw some of those passes that they were making, those cuts and stuff, man, he is shot out of a cannon. But I mean, he was supposed to be the number 4 ranked wide receiver coming out behind the big 3 there. So it's not a stretch to say he's going to be good. Yeah. Unfortunately, he just got overshadowed by the 2 Alabama and Chase, but they're looking good. Little Michael Carter, running back from North Carolina too. Quick. Very, very quick. And they're saying I haven't seen the pictures or anything of him yet, but they were saying his legs are like Ricky Williams, but he's like half the size. So,
don't the Jets have 2 Michael Carters now?
They do. Yeah. They drafted Michael Carter and Michael Carter II after that. So, but yeah, he looks good. I mean, I will tell you what, reading through a lot of the posts and everything, and I've been doing that religiously for the entire season, right? And we got to keep Sam, we got to do this, and we got to rebuild, and we need an offensive lineman. Man, the demeanor has changed. The overall mood from Jets Nation has turned a complete 180. I mean, it's just the hype and the excitement and the hope, I think, is the biggest thing. It's just it's a different feeling. It's a different environment now with these guys in here, with this new coach, with these new players. It feels like it's the start of something. And I know 3 years ago I said the same thing when Sam Darnold was drafted. I thought that was going to be something, but I mean they've come out and put more pieces around Zach Wilson in this one draft than they did in Sam's entire 3 years.
Well, and it's not only that, Joe. Remember Gase's press conference?
Oh yes,
that was as weird as when Tom Cruise was jumping on the chairs of the Oprah show, saying how much he loves Katie Holmes. It was just freaky. It was weird. In fact, I think it was weirder than that. I mean, he's sitting there looking around, And then they come up
The
with those
tacos.
meme videos with the tacos and then the fly going around.
Yeah.
But I mean,
It started off bad and it never got any better.
It did it, and you could tell right off the bat. You know what? I bet you after that, the Jets fans were like, "Please pull a Bill Belichick, and just resign the next day."
Yeah,
just
he's gonna
resign.
have like a mental breakdown or something.
Exactly. But I will say, I'm going to give the Jets credit, and I normally don't do this. I don't think we're going to see it the next 2 seasons. I think they're going to draft the top 5 to 10 next year, maybe the top 12 to 14 the year after that. And then by year 3, you're going to know what you have, because that coach, I mean, the defense that he put together in San Francisco at the time, they didn't have big names when he started. You know what I mean? They weren't that good when he really took that team over. I mean, they drafted well in San Fran, and then it took them a couple years to get there. That's where I think you'll see the Jets. But, I mean, they have so many young players, though. What's going to end up hurting them, I think, they're going to run into like a Seattle situation right now. Maybe not so much with the draft picks, but they're going to have kind of all these guys start hitting contracts at year 4 and 5.
Yeah,
man, you better hope that salary cap is up to like $280 million, because I mean they're just going to have a lot and at very key positions. You know what I mean? I mean, not that we're saying that they're going to be the Kansas City Chiefs in 3 years, but man, if that team is even like a 12-win team in 3 years or an 11-win team, man, you're going to have to pay those guys. You know, which is a good problem to have. You know, you can figure it out, but it's just a totally different dynamic that you're going to have to deal with.
Yeah, just bring in the Buccaneers accountant, figure out how those books work, and you'll be fine.
I still don't understand that. Somehow they're still under the cap to sign all their rookies. I
don't know how
get
you do it. I don't know.
Last year the Patriots had $4 in salary cap and no one on their team. I mean, who the hell's the financial analyst for the New England Patriots? I guarantee you he's not there this year.
He's not moving the money into the right columns. That's for sure. So
the wrong pot of money, Joe. Is that what it is? Pot of money?
We can't use that pot of money over there. That one's reserved for later in the year. We have to use
this one. Yeah.
This one's empty. That's another military thing for it.
Another military thing.
We need this and we need that. Oh, we don't have money for that. And then August rolls around. It's like, hey, we've got $40,000 we need to spend in 2 weeks. Tell me everything you need. We don't need a
81-inch big screen TVs in every building. Not going to be hooked up, but we're buying them.
Right.
That's not just military. That's regular business too. We got what we call them buckets. Hey, there's no money in that bucket. Oh, look, hey, we didn't touch this bucket over here. Let's use the money over here. Otherwise, next year we won't get it again.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Same exact thing.
Take it out of the AOP. Yeah. No.
Same exact thing. Yeah.
Yep.
No.
So,
go ahead. Finish up.
Well, what I was going to say is with Alex there, man, Eric Fisher going to the Colts. How does everybody feel about that? If he's healthy, I mean, 1 year, what is it? $9.4 million.
That's great. Great move if he can stay healthy.
What does Mahomes think about that?
Well, Mahomes has a pretty pricey offensive line. You're right, because now he has Orlando Brown, who's never played on the left side. He's always been on the right side. So, I don't know.
Yep.
He's coming off foot surgery. He's got to be running around again, maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
But yes. So speaking of spending money, you guys, we were talking about it beforehand. So Tom Brady's first touchdown pass football is going up for auction this week. The last one, which was against the last one that went up for auction was against the Colts in the AFC Championship game in, was it 2014? I think it was. Sold for $43,000. I can't imagine the way that Tom Brady stuff is selling right now that his first touchdown pass is not going to shatter records. It has to, right? I mean, his very first touchdown pass ball, that thing's got to be worth more than the $2.25 million that somebody paid for a 1 of 100 autographed rookie card, which I still can't understand. But I mean, what would you pay? What would you pay, John, for Tom Brady's first touchdown ball? Obviously you have the financial means. You have the financial means to bid this kind of money to begin with. So let's just
Who
play.
would want that?
Let's just play
Nobody
John's a
would.
multimillionaire.
Nobody
Okay,
wants
so
that.
so let's look at us in about 20 years.
Okay, fair enough.
And we're still doing the Bean Apple, a multi-million-dollar
Multimedia.
yeah,
Yeah,
entertainment multimedia company.
it's within
That
reason.
put me at 70. But anyways,
You can have the ball right over your TV there in the back.
and I won't even know it. That's the worst part. Now, if I had money, and I'm with Alex on this one right here, the ball should be in the Hall of Fame. But if I would buy it,
It's like this. It looks like a sandwich.
hey, Matt, stop being an asshole. Really,
It's like,
stop being
it's like
an
one of
asshole.
those lobster rolls. Like that.
I mean, I would pay a couple
deflated for
million
shipping.
for it. I would pay a couple million if money wasn't an object. Absolutely. His first touchdown pass? Man.
So
Yeah.
who caught it? Who
Man.
caught it? Jim Brown? Who caught that ball? What year was that?
That
first
was
ball?
that was 2001.
Wait, without looking it up. Don't look it
Right?
up. I didn't look it up.
I mean, I'll
It's
say
2000.
like Troy Brown or somebody like that, or David Patton.
Let's see if I can.
What year was it? Maybe.
Well, it had to be 01.
That was 2001, October 14th,
Okay.
2001.
Terry Glenn. I was wrong. The number one
Wow.
pick a few years ago.
Wow.
A few years ago.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Did they both sign the ball? Did Brady sign it? Is it
It's
a signed
not.
ball?
It's not
I don't
signed.
know. No, it's not signed by either.
No, all it has is Pat's written on top of it, so they know whose ball it belongs to.
Matt, I'm joking. Now you're getting sensitive with me. After
Come
everything
on.
we've ever talked
Come
about,
on.
now we're sensitive. Okay, I'm sorry, Matthew.
What I missed?
I know it's a joke.
Yeah.
I bet you. I mean, I'd pay a couple million if money was no object. Shit. But I'm with Alex, man. That thing should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, one day Brady's gonna, when he
Should.
gets in, and I mean, that's a huge thing to put in there.
The question I think about is, why doesn't Brady have it? Why doesn't he have his first
Yeah.
touchdown pass? And what?
I know.
and
Where
if
did they
somebody's
get that
selling
from?
it, why isn't he bidding on it? Right. So if I had the ball and I say, hey, I'm selling it, and Brady calls me and says, hey, I really want this in my den or whatever, wherever he wants to put it. Why wouldn't he have that ball, if not the Hall of Fame? Who has the ball? Who's selling it? The Smithsonian?
Yeah, I'm trying to read through it real quick and see.
It is strange. You would think he would have taken, unless he was thinking, I'm probably only going to play a year or two. This won't really matter. I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No, I'm trying
John?
to.
No, John.
Oh, I don't know
Yes,
where
I
it
was.
is.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
So Terry
Yeah.
Glenn, when he caught it, he chucked the ball up into the stands.
Oh,
into
really?
A 48-year-old Rhode Island man at the time, and longtime Patriot ticket holder, who is now, of course,
Now
He's-
selling the ball.
yep.
Yep, threw it into the crowd.
Somebody named Leland's has been guarding it for the last 20 years. Wow, how
Wow.
did he know that
Right.
that was going to be? That's
He
crazy.
could have took it home and let his kid play with it and think, look, I got
I
the
mean,
ball
honestly,
today.
that's what I would have did. I would have kicked
Right.
it, and my dog would have been chewing on it.
So
some rookie quarterback.
So the guy said
It was 199. Pick
Yeah.
number 199. Yeah, I should keep this ball. No.
So he says it was a melee. I stood up on my seat, pushed my buddy to my left. The other two guys, I handed them my beer in a gentle way. I jumped up, tussled with a group of other fans around me, and came down with the ball.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
he was 29 years old.
Now he's 48, and he's about to retire.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Man.
So if I'm that guy, I'm reaching out to Brady's agent somehow, get him on Twitter. So, hey man, I got your first
Oh, that doesn't
ball.
work. That doesn't work. I've been
Oh, he
trying.
doesn't respond. That's right. You both of you reached out, right?
I even
You
text
texted
him.
Yeah. He's like, if anybody's wants to talk to me, here's my phone number. But then he doesn't respond.
Right.
Just like
right.
Wayne Corbett, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Has he responded? We paid, and he still isn't. Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. If anybody knows him, I even reached out to him on Twitter as well and been like, hey, I know you're still mulling the decision of coming on the show, but if you could just let me know, if you're interested, that would be great. Crickets on Twitter.
Just a response. That's all. That's all.
Crickets on Cameo. Just too good. Too good. He just took our money and left. So.
Matt, I agree. He is a lucky bastard, man.
Yeah. But the other part of that article is the that card that sold for
Is that Wayne Quebec Holland? Take a look.
I don't think so.
Oh,
maybe he's watching and he's like, "Hey guys, sorry, man."
Yeah.
I'm trying to call into the show. Is this the right number?
No, so that card that sold for $2.25 million, which I don't understand this. It's an autographed rookie card. Tom Brady autographed rookie card. It's numbered to 100. There's 100 of these cards out there, and it graded at an 8.5 out of 10. Sold for 2.25. This week they are putting up the same card but graded at a 9. So slightly better. So what's that one going to sell for? If the last one sold for 2.25, this one's graded out better. They said there's only, I think, 7 of them that are graded at a 9. Still, I don't know how they're selling for over $2 million. There's 7 cards that are graded as a 9. It's not that rare of a card, but for some reason it's selling like it's a 1907 Hogness Wagner card or something. Like it makes no sense.
And then you think about it, like, so what are you going to do with that card? You're going to put it in a safety deposit box. You're going to put it somewhere where, it's not like, if I'm going to spend that much money, I mean, you're not going to put it on your wall there for your kids to flip and stuff. No, I mean,
I want to look at it though.
Right. Oh, you want to look at it?
Yeah, but I don't want to have to go to the bank, open the vault, like, here's the like.
Wait, but what do you do even then? I mean, what do you do with besides having it as a conversation piece, right? And be able to say, "Hey, I own it," get your name in the paper. But I mean, what are you doing with it? I mean, I'm trying to think of what would I spend a couple of $1 million on so I could say I have it. It's mine. What would it be? Maybe Eddie Van Halen's guitar or something, right? And I could show that.
See, that's like something that is like a one-of-one thing. So for like this card, there's 100 of them.
Yes.
So what is so special about this card? I can't. If it was a one-of-one autographed rookie card, okay, that's one thing. But
but why aren't we hearing more about the other 99 cards? They can't be in that good a shape.
They're all destroyed.
But even if they're not, there's 7 others that are graded at a 9. So there's at least 7 plus the one that was sold, plus God knows how many other ones that probably never got graded because just a regular fan opened it in a pack and has got it.
Right. Or they're in someone's attic. They're in somene's attic. They don't even know they have it. They just, it's part of maybe it's part of a set or something, and they have it up packed away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if
there you go.
Mahomes can buy it so he could say he finally owns Brady. That's good.
I mean, maybe there's guys with a 9 card that's graded as a 9, and they want to see what this guy gets, and then that guy's setting the bar, and then he can say, "Hey, this is graded at a 9 point whatever." Okay, now I'm getting more money than that, but still, I wouldn't buy it. I don't know, even if I had the money. A card, a ball. I don't think I would buy something like that. Beside putting it on a wall or hiding it somewhere so it doesn't get destroyed, there's nothing you could do with it.
No.
For me, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, but we also don't have $2 million laying around. Or maybe you guys do. I don't know. You got a couple million laying around that you don't know what to do with. But I mean, think about it.
Investing it in a card.
I mean, in 20 years, in 20 years, we could be sipping some brandy, smoking some stogies, talking about how we started in the bean apple when we weren't making anything, and now we're billionaires. And then I can pull out the card and I can be like, "Hey, Jim, look, you guys beat him twice, but he still won more."
Mm-hmm. But did you see what he said this week? I would trade. I would trade those 2 Super Bowls for the perfect season that the Giants ruined.
Of course.
Wow. Eli loves that. You didn't do that? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about.
You would have traded both Super Bowls to keep the perfect season.
Well, you figure then he only would have traded 1 because he would have won that one. So
that's right.
Technically, he only would have traded 1. But I mean, I get it. I mean, that whole team wanted it. I mean,
Yeah.
Moss was destroyed after that game. I mean, he really was.
Yeah.
It was.
He should have tried to catch that bomb he threw then. Because he threw 2 passes in a row to Moss, and the second
did.
one, Moss was still looking at the other goalpost, and the ball landed. He was still running. So maybe he should have tried to go up and fight.
I mean, it's
for the
kind
ball.
of a stupid statement to make anyway. So wait, so what you're saying is you would trade one of your 2 Super Bowl losses in to get one more win? Like who wouldn't? Like anybody would do that.
He would rather do it. So that means it's still here. It's still on his mind. It still bothers him. No matter what else he does, he didn't have the perfect season.
Let's ask Jim Kelly if he would trade in 3 of his 4 Super Bowls for 1 win. I bet you the answer is yes.
I think so. I think so.
Of course you would trade in a loss for a win.
That's right.
Well, especially a perfect one. You know, the perfect game. They were so close, and
we should have beat him the final week of the season. That was a great game. I think it was 38.
I wish you would have, because you guys do
game.
that. We're steamrolling you guys in the Super Bowl.
But we still would have he still wouldn't have had the perfect season.
But I'm fine with that. But at least we would have won the Super Bowl.
Not.
We would have had
He's
something.
But he's not. That's the point. He's not fine with it.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Man.
Is the show over?
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't know if there's any other big news going on.
So the only thing that I'm seeing is everyone in the NFC East is now being linked to Aaron Rodgers.
Huh.
Washington giving up Sweat and a bunch of picks. Giants giving up Slayton and a bunch of picks. The Eagles giving up people and picks. He's now all of a sudden he's going everywhere. And the Broncos, right? Broncos, Alex, are the main one that they're talking about. But now all of a sudden it's everybody in the NFC East. And really, you plug him in to any one of those teams, they're winning the division. They're winning the division. No doubt. No doubt. Washington, Eagles, Giants, plug him in, winner.
God, Aaron Rodgers to Devontae
Agreed.
Smith. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
He already has Devontae Adams, so
He's not as
here's my
fast.
take on it. Here's my take on it. I mean, seriously. So how can Green Bay trade Aaron Rodgers? What are they going to get out of it that they have better now? Okay, so maybe some better players but quarterback wise. I mean, Love didn't even back up Rodgers last year. I don't even think he suited up, did he? I mean, was he even their 3rd string quarterback last year?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So there's no backup plan, and there's no way Love can be ready. So what's Rodgers doing? He's kind of playing coy with them, saying, "Look, I want to get paid." He's pissed off at whatever. I mean, is he really that mad that they drafted Love? I don't think so, man. Because I've never heard him say anything about it. You know what I mean? So you're telling me the Green Bay is going to trade him for what? And have what? They're going to have nobody at quarterback. They can't. It's. I mean, I would rather him sit and get nothing for him.
But if he's saying I'm sitting or retiring or I'm not playing here, if he's telling him that, they have to do something. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but by not playing, he's going to give up what, $30 million this year? Man, that's a lot of money to give up.
Maybe he's going to be on Jeopardy. Who cares? He doesn't care.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not getting paid $30 million to do it. I mean, I
get it. I mean, he does the stupid commercials for State Farm and whatever else he does with the Rodgers rate. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but boy,
he's been doing that for a while too.
I just don't think that there's any way that they trade Aaron Rodgers. You can't. There's no backup plan. There's zero backup plan.
Well, it would just be throwing Jordan Love into the fire. That would be your only real path forward would be.
Yeah.
I mean, you drafted him in the 1st round. I looked it up. He did not suit up at all in any games last year. So that would be your only choice. It says they're bringing in
Kelly.
Chad Kelly, nephew of Jim Kelly, and Kurt Benkert. Don't know who that is to try out. But yeah, so they have Jordan Love, and they're going to have probably one of these 2 as a number 3 quarterback. But you're either going straight up Jordan Love, here you go, don't fail us, please, or what? I mean,
I just don't. There's no way. There's just I don't know. I don't know. If I was Green Bay, I wouldn't trade him. I'd be like, you're going to retire and never play again. I'm going to be a straight dick. I'm not going to trade you. You know, you're not going to tell us what we're going to do. I don't know.
yeah, that's
You know, I mean, I just wouldn't. But you know what's crazy? You haven't heard anything from Aaron Rodgers.
no. He's been quiet.
And if he was that unhappy, if he wasn't getting his way, don't you think he'd go right to the media to force the Packers to trade him? I mean, if he's really making all these demands about getting the GM fired and wanting to go to Denver because his girlfriend lives there, that's stupid. I mean, that's just a stupid reason. Yeah,
Right.
that can't be it.
No,
You can't tell me that. Come on.
You got to grow up a little bit more than that. Like,
Yeah, and he's not like that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't know what
Right.
it is.
That's
with
what's
these guys.
crazy, Alex. I agree. It is all from the team. So,
Yeah.
well, I don't know if the initial thing started with the team, though. I don't know. I mean, Schefter broke it on draft night. Again, why would you do it that day?
Yeah.
Right. And then they go and draft a
try to-
corner first.
To try to
Right.
force
Yeah.
a trade. Yeah.
They don't get him any more help. They go corner. Okay.
Well, they did draft a wide receiver named Rogers,
They
right?
did.
Out of
Amari Rogers out of Clemson.
Clemson, yeah. So, but I mean, they had the #1 offense last year. To say they have
Right.
no offense,
Right. And he was the MVP.
again, yeah.
Right?
So what do you mean
Yeah.
no offense? And they get the whole team back.
Right.
So it's like, of course they have an offense. You know what
Yep.
I mean? I don't know.
They kept Aaron
Um,
Jones. So they're good there. I don't know what wide receivers they lost, but Amari Rogers was a pretty good wide receiver for
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence last year. So is that something you're really worried about? I mean, that's a
No, I
nice piece to
mean-
drop in there. I think it's all just like the Russell Wilson stuff. It's just overblown. They're pissed off about something, and they're going to stomp their feet and, kick, scream, whine, and moan about it to try to get the team to do something different. And nobody's budging, because why would you?
You can't. Yeah, I mean,
No, unless you're going to get
just
the kind of
can't do
holes like we were talking about with Watson early in the offseason, 4 first-round draft pick type of pull. Okay, we can have that discussion. Would you trade Aaron Rodgers for the 4 first-round draft picks at his age now? Yeah, I probably would. Like, he's been he's in. This is going into year 17. How many has he got left? Right. So if you could get 3 or 4 first-round draft picks, you got Jordan Love, who you drafted in the first, so you were obviously extremely confident on what you were getting there, or else you wouldn't have wasted the first-round pick on that. Take 3 first-round draft picks, tell them to go kick rocks, start rebuilding the team because it's coming anyway. Your window's closing quickly, so why not?
yeah, but 3 very late first-round picks, like you always brought up. Joe.
Yes.
That whatever team if he goes to Denver, I mean, now you're talking Kansas City, New England, and Denver vying for that AFC position. You like how I threw New England in there, right? And you guys didn't even because you're just so used to seeing the Pats there. See, exactly. You're going to see it again this year too. But I mean, honestly, you put him on Denver, and holy shit, I mean, he's going to make what's his face up there, Judy, look like Devontae Adams up there.
Yeah.
I mean, he really would.
KJ
So it's
Hamler
like,
too.
oh man, yeah. I mean, a killer team up there. So, you can't. You just can't.
Well,
I don't
It
see
can't be in the NFC.
No.
You can't trade him within the NFC. There's no way you
No.
can do that.
Can you imagine trading him to San Francisco? When San Francisco wins the
No.
NFC, well, I mean, them in Tampa, they'd probably go up against Tampa, and who knows? But
Trying to think, like who would you realistically trade him to give you if you're the GM, to give yourself the best option of recouping some solid picks? The Lions? Like who in the NFC?
yeah.
Who would you trade to that would get you
The Eagles.
potentially?
I don't know, man. I mean,
Eagles got a lot of picks.
yeah.
No, but I mean that's going to get you a low pick. The best chance of getting you a pick that's not 28th in the draft.
Washington.
Yeah, but even I mean, can
I
you
don't know.
picture him
They've
on
got-
Washington, man? That D is stacked. They got
D is good.
They got good offensive weapons, man. Washington would be probably a 12-win team then, 13-win team.
Yeah.
with Samuel there and
So
McLaurin
again, you're
and
picking
Gibson
high.
and,
another high 20s pick.
Well, I mean, unless it's the Texans, who's they going to win? Texans are the ones that are going to be at the bottom.
and the Texans.
He's not
going to
go there.
No. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what team would you realistically trade him to and have a solid haul that you can actually do something with?
Giants.
That's what.
Well, then we're saying the Giants are going to suck.
No, the Giants would be really good then too. I mean, honestly, I would ask for players. I would ask for proven players. You're giving me talent, young talent.
Yep.
I mean, the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders would be good though too. I mean, it doesn't matter where he goes.
Yep.
You know, I would be asking
the Raiders
for players.
The Raiders will find a way to screw it up though. So that actually probably would be pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, they
you're
find
right,
a way,
Alex. Okay.
You know,
You
and all
sold
they
me
got
on
is
that
what they got there. Henry Ruggs and I don't know the other.
Well, I mean,
Waller, Brian Edwards. Yeah,
Waller.
You got Waller.
I mean, they got two really good running backs now. They signed Drake from Arizona, and they got the other kid there, the rookie.
Yeah,
a couple years ago. Yeah, I mean, God, that offense would be stout. Now, not a very good offensive line.
Nope.
You know, I mean, they
took Alex Leatherwood in their first pick.
I kind of like that. I do. I like that. He's a Bama guy.
I know. Yeah, I don't know where you would trade him. That's the only way, John. I think you're absolutely right. You have to get significant talent back because the picks are going to be garbage. You're going to be unless you get lucky and somebody crazy falls in the draft and you get them later, but you can't bank on that. So you have to expect that you're going to get next level talent in the draft. So if you're not getting premium spots back, then what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
We'll see. I mean, the schedule comes out in a couple days, and next show, maybe by the time we do the next show, Rodgers is moved, or Alex is saying he's got to be after June 1st. But
no, but I am excited to evaluate how many wins the Jets are going to have this year. God, I can't wait to see that schedule.
I can't wait. Bring your money. Bring your money.
Without seeing the schedule, I'll say 4 or 5. At the most. At the most, too.
Man.
Joe, that's a young team, man.
It is.
Like I said, they're going to play better. I said this a couple of shows ago. They will play better. They're just not going to win.
But you don't think they drafted well? Because you were saying 4 wins before. So you think all the talent that they brought in through the draft is only equating to 5 wins for you?
I do, because
half a win
real
is what
quick,
you're giving them?
Buffalo's better. Miami got better. New England got better. The Jets are by far the youngest team in the division. By far. The least experienced team. So, I mean, what are they going to get? 1 win out of 6 games there? I mean, that's 1 in 5 right there, man. Just saying. And again, I think they're going to play better football. I truly, truly will. I just don't think they're going to win games. They're going to lose games because a mistake is made towards the end of the game. A route is ran wrong. Somebody on special teams touches a ball by accident and doesn't pick it up. Something like that. It's not going to be because they're that bad. It's going to be because they're young. I mean, they're going to go through growing pains.
I'm still thinking 6 is probably a good target, but we'll see what the schedule looks like and where things are lining up. But you got to remember they're playing they're playing all the last place teams in the division last year too. So they're not going up against the elite guys in each
strength of schedule is weak.
It should be favorable. And the last game the 17th game that they picked up is against the Eagles. So we're talking about how bad the Eagles are.
Green on green.
They can still win that one. I'm excited for the Jacksonville Jets game.
I am too.
Who would have said that? Who would have ever said that last year?
That's going to be Thursday night. Right? Gotta be, right?
I hope it's Monday. I hope it's opening night. Part of
stop.
Opening
the Hall
night.
of Fame game? Stop it.
No, like opening night doubleheader or first Monday night game, maybe Sunday night game. So it's got to be one of those games. I mean, who doesn't want to see Trevor Lawrence versus Zach Wilson?
Yeah,
I'd rather see it later in the season, only because I don't know if Wilson will start week 1. I mean, chances are right now he will, but I'm with Jim. They're going to take somebody, probably Mullins or somebody like that, to at least take that pressure off them.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, let them be in a stadium with fans, NFL speed, and not have to play first couple weeks.
Yeah. But that's the fun thing about the NFL is we can literally sit here after a combined 3 wins for their last season and say we're excited to watch these two teams play potentially on a televised game. Who would have said that? Who would have said that last year? That's how fast the NFL changes, which is awesome. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to see what that schedule is going to look like for all of us. I hope it's favorable. So, all right. Let's wrap it up with that. I think we've covered all the big news, big topics, and everything from there. So we will be back on Thursday to talk baseball updates. What's going on? See, the Yankees kind of took a step back, but it looks like they won again. So would they lose 3 in a row there? And then
I don't even know what you're talking. They won yesterday.
I know they won yesterday. Before that,
I don't remember. I don't know if I saw that.
you must be a pitcher or a quarterback.
You have to have short-term memory. That's
Short memory. Yeah. You give up the home run, you move on to the next guy.
Yeah.
You have to.
Get back on the horse.
You too, Alex.
All right. So we'll see you guys Thursday. We'll see what's going on. Keep you guys updated with baseball. Until then, hopefully you have great weather. You have a great week, and you stay healthy, happy, and have some fun. And until then, we will see you guys